Hello and welcome back. This is Vincenz, and today we are on Daymar and we are about to take on an ERT. So I'm with my boy Spaceworm. He is in nav mode, blasting up out the atmosphere of Daymar, and he's got our ERT targets following him. We used to engage the targets in SCM mode and then try and drag them up in SCM mode, but we've found it's quicker now just to get the aggro, put yourself in nav mode and blast your way out of the atmosphere. So what sometimes happens is you get a couple of targets that don't start following you and they just hang around in the atmosphere. So I'm going down now just to let them know we're here, and because they've got aggro on Spaceworm, they're going to put their shields down, jump into nav mode and head up out the atmosphere. Up there we can loot them with no problems at all. They won't crash into the planets and explode. As long as we soft kill them, we'll get the loot off the ships. This is the final target of the ERT and it's an 890 jump. Took us a while to kill it. We finally managed to get it into soft death, but we did not realise that we were 1 kilometre within the atmosphere. So we killed him at 29 kilometres off the planet's surface, but he was still just within the atmosphere, and as we kill him, he now starts falling back down to the planet. We try and scan him just to make sure he's got nothing we want on there, because we're thinking that if he hits that planet, he is going to explode no matter what's on that ship. So Spaceworm's getting a better scan than me, he's a lot closer, and he reports back that it's got 98 SCU of neon on board the ship. It's also got 6 SCU of weaver legs, but what we're much more excited about is the fact that it's got 98 SCU of any drug, and that means we're going to have big containers and there's going to be a big hauling mission, which is fun, and that's why we do these ERTs. So we're not too fussed about how much we make. I think the whole ERT will be about 1.5 million, but look at that up at the top on the right there, 98 SCU of neon. That is going to be at least 3 massive 32 SCU containers. Unbelievably, after a 29-kilometre fall, the ship does not explode. It remains intact on the planet's surface. The only problem is, it's upside down. So I'm going to pick Spaceworm up and drop him on the bottom of this 890. Hopefully he'll just be able to walk onto the cargo doors and open the doors from there, but a lot of the time that just isn't possible. We don't want to go down the elevator shaft because it's basically a 100-foot drop to your death when you hit the roof of the ship inside. So we're going to have to be a little bit creative and see how we can get the cargo out. So here we are getting the weaver legs off, and we've got 6 SCU, which is going to be 3 of these 2 SCU boxes. We've already got a bit of weaver legs on board. Just grab the rest of these, and then it'll be time to get the neon off the 890 as quick as possible, just in case the ship blows up or despawns or anything happens. So now we're going to get these massive 32 SCU containers of neon off, and I'm going to get one of them in the back of my ship, and then I'm going to try and put the other 2 on the ramp as we wait for Space Worm in the C2. Surprisingly, it fits pretty well in the back of the Corsair. Could easily get 3 of them across if I really had to, but at the moment we're pretty full, so we're just going to put these on the back ramp till Space Worm arrives. It's so cool to find these massive containers once again, and it's a bit like the good old days, ERTs of the past, and the salvaging missions where you used to get full ships of massive containers. So I want to head down to the planet and just land as we wait, but unfortunately the second I move my ship, the containers are a bit unsteady and they're moving around on the back of the ramp. It does look like they're going to stay there, but they do seem to have a mind of their own, and eventually, after a couple of minutes, they literally just jump off the back of the ship. Going to reposition, and then I'm going to get those containers off the 890 and put them on the floor, and they'll be safer there just in case anything happens to the 890. to try and get this second one as close to the first one as I can. Just having a quick look. They're all good on the floor. We just upgraded our standalone prospector to the Corsair this week. So we bought a little bit of paint to make it look good. Space Worm's now arrived in the C2, which has landed with as much elegance as a beached whale as usual. But he finally gets it stable and he opens the ramps. So as we load these massive containers onto the C2, guys, it's just amazing to find these containers in a ship. It really gives me hope for the future of ERT missions. Half the fun of doing the mission is loading all the containers up, and when you get 3 or 4 little green containers of weevil eggs, it's such an anticlimax. It's good money, and it's alright, you know, when you've done a few ERTs and you can fill up on those little containers, but there's no logistics, there's no fun of loading up the big ships and trying to fit the cargo in wherever you can. And if we keep getting these nice numbers out of ERTs, I'll be a happy man. So thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and until next time, take it easy.